Hello, welcome. Take Two Tuesday, here we are. How is everybody doing today? I hope you are having a fantastic day, whatever you're up to. Welcome to Take Two Tuesday. If your day is going good, awesome for you. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Out here in Southern California, we are super busy. We are getting ready for our big store event coming up here, our anniversary event, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So I've been cleaning like crazy and throwing out stuff and organizing things and trying to make room. My only one problem so far is I don't think I have enough chairs. So that is a work in process. I have enough tables, but not enough chairs yet. So if you guys have any ideas where I can get a whole bunch, there are 2 active videos. Oh, let's see. Gene, hi Gene. I'm not sure. Sandy, thanks. Yeah, you like the hat? We might be getting these someday, pink or black. I'm not sure. There should just be one playing. What happens now is we have 2 different YouTube channels. So I don't know if you're seeing it on 2 different YouTube spots. We have a Stamps of Life, and then we have just Stephanie. Either way, it's going to be the same. There are more people, if you're watching on YouTube, on Stephanie's channel than on the Stamps of Life one. So if you want to see more activity, you would want to be on that one. But yeah, there should just be one stream going out, but it goes to all kinds of different places. It goes to Instagram and Facebook. Hi, Susan. I saw Sandy, Jean, Quilty. Welcome, everybody. Shelby, good morning to all of you. Let's see. So, yep, I'm working on the store day stuff here. I don't know if any of you who are watching today are coming to the event on Saturday, October 12th, but I hope you are. If you're not in the area, I understand. I think we are going to, the plan, it's not written like down officially. We'll schedule it and everything. But I think we're planning on demoing from about 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., maybe a little after 12 p.m., depending on how long it takes for Stephanie on that Saturday. That will be a live stream. And so you'll be able to you'll be like part of the audience. If you're not local, you'll be able to watch. And there are going to be a bunch of brand new items. And I know they'll be on flash sale. So you're definitely going to want to save that. Save the date. Saturday, October 12th, if you're 11 a.m. on Pacific, so that would be 2 p.m. on the East Coast, and we'll be on for about an hour and a half. We'll have a good old time. The only better thing would be is if you could be here with us. So, and I know we are far away from some of you, so don't feel bad, but we would love to have you here. Let's see if you have not been on the website. Yes, Quilty, I think I am going to hit up our church. I'm going to try. One of my friends is one of the youth pastors there, and I think he has a way for me to get some chairs from him. I'm hoping enough, but that would be a good idea. So yeah, thank you. I have thought about that, and that would be the easy way out. So hopefully that works out. That's going to be my first option. Let's see, what was I going to say? Okay, today on if you're new to Take Two Tuesday, my name's Ken. I work here at the Stamps of Life, and what I like to do each Tuesday of each week, we go back in the past. At Stamps of Life, we have lots of stamps and dies. Many are 10, 15 years old. We're kind of keying in on the items from about 4 to 5 years ago, kind of right before like the pandemic stuff started happening. So yeah, we're kind of keyed in on that time frame now. But we bounce around every once in a while. Today, we're going to look at some dies that some of you may have already. And so if you have them already, this is a refresher reminder for you that you want to use those items that you have already. And maybe you have forgotten that you have them. So it's a reminder for you. And then for you who are new to the Stamps of Life, these items seem like they're new. So it's kind of fun to show them off. So I will go through the items, show you some card samples. We'll have a little bit of chat. I might have a couple questions for you. We'll take a look at the website, the samples that are on there. I do have a few samples with me down here in my basket. And then a couple of these items, I'll go over there to my little die cutting station, and I'll cut a couple of them and show you what we can do with those. So that is where we are going. And then at the end, after all our die cutting and crafting and all that stuff is done, we are going to do our good news segment, and we are in Matthew chapter 8. So if you have your Bible, we'll have a little devotional there at the end. We'll go through Matthew chapter 8, kind of do a little overview of the whole chapter, and then like kind of focus on one little passage. And it'll be great. So hopefully you'll stick around for that. We will have some fun. Okay, what I wanted to mention was today is, if you didn't know, today is October 1st. That means on the Stamps of Life website, we have a lot of brand new items. And of course, that means flash sale time, okay? So if you were to go over to the stampsoflife.com, I'll show you what I have here, maybe. And you can check it out. Let's switch over to the website. There we are. So you can see all the brand new items here. There is a bundle where if you get all the brand new release, you get an extra special discount on that. So that's getting everything that just came out today. There are 5 new items that are in the bundle, and you get a little extra special price when you purchase them all together. And then you see the different dies here. We have Friends or Family We Choose, and then Banner Goodies. These all work. I'll show you the club set. Cozy Fireplace and the Cozy Fireplace clear stamps, and then the Banner Goodie dies. So that one and that one, those would coordinate, work together. And then there's a stencil. Oh, I'm sorry. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are there 6 items in this bundle? I think there are 6 items, but I only see, oh, there's 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 2 stamp sets together made me think of only 1. So 6 items in that bundle. And then you see our club set, which is the Cozy Fireplace. The dies, if you are a Die Hard Club member or a Stamp Club member, I shipped your club shipment out this morning, bright and early. So it is on the way to you. Club shipment went out first thing this morning. If you're in the Die Hard Club, you'll be able to get the dies. The dies are not available yet on our website. So if you are not in the club, but you would like to get this stamp set, you can get the fireplace stamps, but you can't get the dies yet. Those are only available to Die Hard Club members. So on the 20th of the month, they will become available for everyone. And then you can see the fun samples. So this is the new club set. And what I really like is, of course you think Christmas and winter, but look, there's other things you can do. Thanks. And I think there is even a Halloween theme. Yep, there's some Halloween themes. So see, lots of different things that you can do with this one. It can kind of be used many times throughout the year. So if you just want to have that fireplace look, that is the new club set. Let me show you the samples that I have with me. And I'll jump back over here. So real quick, I'll just show you them right here. Here is one. I think we saw Warm Greetings, it says. And then here's a Friends or Family We Choose. We got that one. And there's that nice one I was telling you about, the kind of pumpkin Halloween themed. And this is a cool one. This is a gatefold. So you're closed up and you open up into that house. And Friends or Family We Choose on the inside. And here's a real nice one by our design team. If I'm focusing on that, I hope. This is the Banner Goodies being used on I forget the name of this card. What is that one? That is the accordion card, the accordion die set. So that one kind of has a little depth to it, pops out. And you remember last week I was trying to tell you that I was hoping to have the faces. We did the pumpkin last week. Those are the faces that you can get, called Faces for Jack. You can just add that to your front of your card and decorate. Give it that kind of pumpkin jack-o'-lantern look. So that is the new set. Let me see. I think I also have the items. What did I do with it? Oh. So if you join the Die Hard Club today, you'll get your postcard, of course, with some ideas on it. Then you would get the die set with it. And then the stamps as well. So that would be your shipment if you join the club today. If you're already in the Die Hard Club, that's on the way, its way to you. And let's see, what else? If you join the Stamp Club, you would get the Stamp Club, the stamp set, and everything's kind of blowing out there. Let me see, get that next to me. Sorry about that. you'd get the stamps and the postcard together. Okay, so those are options. Now, if you join the club, you get a couple of free gifts, and then you start saving 15% whenever you shop on the Stamps of Life website. So it really pays fast to be a club member. So if you were to go and buy any of those add-on items that are on flash sale, you're going to get the club discount on top of the flash sale price. So that's something for you to know if you want to join the club. Most of you are probably already club members, but now is a great time to jump in, right? Start saving and get the fun stuff sent to you right away. Let's see, Ruth Debbie, I didn't see what happened, but I think that must have to do with your son. He needs more surgery. So yeah, we'll keep praying for him. And you guys, anytime you need prayers for anything, I might not notice it on the chat. So always add it to the comments down below this video. Okay. When the video ends, there's a comment section below. If you have a prayer request, add it in there. We'll write it down and we'll pray for you. And then if you want to add your comments to any of the questions I ask, you can also add those in the comment section down below, okay? Make sure you do that. We love to hear what you guys have to say, and that's what makes it fun to participate and get involved. So I hope that all of you will. Let's get rolling, okay? Let's see. We are going to start off with our first item today. This is called Lanky Thanks. It is a little word die set that has a word and a shadow. This came out, I can grab this for us over here real quick. Let's see, where is that one? Is it that one? I didn't label these right, so we might get some, whoops. That's not good. What happened? No, we don't want to do that. Show. No, why is it doing that? Something is goofing up today here. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, my fault. Anyway, Lanky 2020 is from June of 2020. I'm not going to be able to use those slides today. I messed them up. Instead of making them a PNG where the background is invisible, now the whole background is showing. So this is the Lanky Thanks from, I think I might have my notes here. Yeah, I do have my notes, so this will help us out. From June of 2020. And my question for you before we look at this is, we're talking about thanks. When you think of what you're thankful for, what is the first thing that pops in your mind right now? What are you thankful for right now? Add it to the chat, okay? I'd love to hear what you guys are thankful for. For me, if you guys remember last week, I was under the weather and not feeling so great last Sunday night, Monday, all day, and then a little bit Tuesday, but I'm feeling so much better now, and so I am really thankful for that. When you're not healthy and not feeling good, you learn to really appreciate it when you get back around, when you circle back around and you do get to feeling better again. So today I am thankful for just feeling healthy and good. I'm not sick anymore, so that is something I am really grateful for. What are you thankful for today? List one thing and put it in the chat. I know everybody has something to be thankful for, correct? All right, let's go. Let's look at our samples here that I have real quick with me. And these are from the Stamps of Life design team. That is probably using one of our succulent stamp and die sets, I believe. That came out probably around 5 years ago, those succulents. That has the word thanks on there. Here's our llama with a nice stencil background there saying thanks. And let me see, make sure I didn't miss any. I just have a couple here. And then thanks with our little pudgy sheep down there. Real easy to use and create with these. Okay, let's check it out on the website. Back over to me. And I should have a spot for that. There we go. Okay, there it is on the website. I think there are a few more ideas than what I have. Yeah, I do see some more. So let's scroll through those. We saw that one. Easy with the little succulents. You add your thanks sentiment on there. Fun, simple. Maybe pattern paper is used to create that heart. I'm not sure. And then we saw the llama before and our little sheep. And there's some thanks. That's a real nice background. I think our designer might have made that. I don't recall seeing a pattern paper like that, but it's possible we have that one. And is that it? Yeah, back to the die set. So I'll show you real quick how easy it is to die cut with this. Again, it has 2 dies. You're going to have your background and your little shadow. So let's head over to our workstation and check it out. See what we've got over there. That looks a little goofy, but I think I can fix that up. There we go. Okay, you've got your word, which is kind of intricate. So we are going to use, we're going to go ahead and get some an adhesive sheet for this part. And then our shadow. And let's see what we'll do here. This is just a simple word die, so we'll just crank it through here. Let's try yellow for the background. And we don't need adhesive for this part. If you're new to die cutting, of course you have your platform, one of the cutting pads, then your cardstock, then your die facing down. Sometimes that's a mistake I make. I forget to point the die down. But that is ready to go. And then we add our top plate, cutting pad, however you would like to call it, and just run it through. We don't have to go all the way through since this is just a small die. And there is our shadow. Now let's fix this up. I have this big old sheet of cardstock, but look, my word's just this little tiny bit right there, and I have these big adhesive sheets. What can I do? I'm going to just trim this down. I don't want to put the whole sheet on there since I won't be using that much. Let's see how we could do that. Will that peel off there? That peels. Let's see. So I would just take some of that off. I'm just going to cut a small section off here. Again, I'm just trying to get a little, since I know I'm not going to use all this cardstock, I just want to kind of get about the word size right there. I'll trim that down. Save this for later. And I'll go ahead and add this to the back of my cardstock there. The only trick will kind of be to make sure that my die is going to end up lining up there. It should be about right. So there you see the adhesive on the back. That's going to make it sticky. This word will end up kind of being like a sticker. Excuse me. All right. And let's run that through. Again, these kind of words are easy. I think the key is, again, using the adhesive sheet. You could try to run some adhesive on it after you run it through the machine, but might as well do it first. And it'll make it a lot easier. I know when I go to peel these apart, can always be a little bit of challenging. I don't really have long nails, which might be a little bit helpful. But ideally, this little sticker will just peel off. So there it is. Now we just got to pop that through. I have a little paper piercer here. We'll knock that through that. And we've got that. Just have to be a little gentle because this is a little delicate, intricate. Okay, there is our word. And it's kind of getting stretched out a little bit, so we'll have to manipulate it again to get it to kind of line up with our shadows. There's our shadow. Let me put that on here. Our shadow there. And the word that I just cut. Now you can see the adhesive is peeling off here. And our letters are sticky already, which is great. But I have to be careful. I can try to go real fast, but likely I would tear it. That would be bad. So we don't want that to happen. Oh, bear with me. I have to have a little patience as we do this. Maybe you've done real thin dies like this before where you just got to kind of take your time. All right. There are our words. And now we just got to have to kind of line it up on here. Oops, that's right. Nice and easy. Or would Stephanie say easy peasy or something like that, right? Oh, I am getting a little off balance here, so let's see if we can get this corrected. My H was getting a little stretched out. There we go. All right, perfect. There we are. Thanks. Wasn't that easy? And you see how it's just, I just pressed it down. What was Steph saying? You could burnish it, kind of smush it down a little bit extra, but it came out really nice. And if we were on like a dark card front like that, there you go. You would have your thanks. Stands out really nice. You can use it without the shadow, but since these lines are so fine, I think you're going to really kind of prefer to have that shadow with this. So there is Lanky Thanks, our first item today. Let's head back over and see what else we have. Oh, I did have one more. I knew I lost this somewhere. Somebody else made this one, which is a nice color combination. Got the blue and a red. That could be our pool. I think pool or peacock with probably strawberry. So another example. A couple different ideas of what you can do with that. All right. So that one was for me. That was from one of our design team members. Next up, let's see what we have next. Moving along, we have a Fold It now. This is the Stamps of Life mug Fold It. Kind of goes with that fireplace, right? Cozy. This cozy fireplace. This is from, now I can't put my little screen up there, but because I didn't do it right, my fault. The mug Folded is from November of 2019, so we're going back 5 years. Have you had this one for 5 years? You might have, and I bet you forgot you had it. So this will be a reminder for you, a refresher. Again, if you are new to the Stamps of Life, this has been on our website since November of 2019. It's a popular one. It's very, very simple and basic and easy to use. Let's find it on the website. Oh, and I did have, before we check out the Stamps of Life website, I had a bunch of different mugs to look at. And when I was looking at these mugs here, I have a question to ask all of you. What is your favorite hot drink? What is your favorite hot drink? What is your favorite hot drink? And I would imagine most of you probably say coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, so I would guess something like hot chocolate. Probably because I like all the marshmallows that are on top. That's my favorite reason, right? Marshmallows on top of hot chocolate. Who has a favorite hot drink? Could be coffee, tea. What other kind of hot drinks are there? I think, isn't there like warm apple cider or something like that? Any other ideas? What did you like to drink? Look at all these different mugs. Do any of you have any of these mugs like this? Mugs are fun, right? They can come in all kinds of different varieties of shapes and, of course, colors. Look at all these ones you can add your logo to there. That would be fun to do, like a Stamps of Life logo on there. You can order wow, that one's expensive. Oh, 24 mugs. I thought I saw the $95. I was all, whew, that's an expensive mug. But you have all these mug sets. My question is, what is your favorite hot drink? You have a favorite hot drink. And you see all these floral, different colors. Of course, your basic white. You could add a photo. Lots of fun things. So I think mugs kind of make a good gift because I imagine most people use them. So if you need a gift idea, now we don't have these at the Stamps of Life, but maybe you need to find a gift for somebody. Maybe this mug would just be just right, because you can get, obviously looking at all these options here, a variety of colors, and you could maybe really personalize it, right? You could add a photo on there or some neat saying. There is a whole bunch of mugs on there. Even get some political stuff on there. There's something that looks like a hot chocolate or something. That sounds good to me. It's a little bit cooler out here today. We are reaching the fall season. Fall has finally arrived. Still warm in the afternoon, but the mornings are getting a little bit cooler. Let's see, now on our website, I had drawn these up, I think. Where are they? No. No. Where did it go? Let me find it. I know I did a link for this mug. Give me 1 second. You get, with this die set, now this is fun because, with our Fold-Its, you could make a banner out of them. You could just cut a whole bunch of the Fold-It front right there, and you can make a banner. You could add it to like a bulletin board. You can make a box where you add the box to the back here. You could put a little basket of marshmallows there, or a little packet of hot chocolate or something like that when you make your box. Just a little something fun. You can make it a Fold-It, or it can also go on a card front. That is one of the fun things about the Fold-Its from the Stamps of Life, that you have lots of different options, different ways that you can use these. So you get 6 dies in this die set. You're going to get the main die, the outside piece there. Then you're going to get this to use kind of for your front. If you want to decorate, it has the nice stitched lines on there. And you get the word cozy, just like the word we just did. It comes with the shadow and the little script word. So that's in there. You get a big marshmallow. And all of these, well, the marshmallow has a shadow, the word has a shadow, and then you get the 2 that will make the cup, the mug. And we have some good samples here. Cozy gingerbread. Hey, we just had some gingerbread stuff come out, so there's a fun idea how you could use your gingerbread fun clear stamps and dies if you just received those in September. And using a background pattern paper. I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. There's our nice big marshmallows on that one. And again, background paper, really easy. This is an easy one to use. You could decorate and go crazy with your card front, but if you just like to crank out a bunch of, this is one that you can do a whole bunch real fast. And Stephanie's video will be on there. I have just a couple samples. I'll show you these that I have. And then we'll move over to our workstation there. Looks like all of these, our designers have chosen to use pattern papers, I believe, for the background. So here we go. Let's check those out. Now this card is not quite that blue, but it's really picking up in the blue here in my office from the blue lights. But imagine kind of a white cup mug, and all those, the decorations are all blue, and your coffee up there with kind of a brown. It's a nice combination. Here is using a Stamps of Life pattern paper there. You Rock, and then Warm Wishes, which is just perfect for this time of year. And that kind of has a Christmassy winter look. That is a nice one. So that is the Stamps of Life mug. It says mug A2 shaped card Fold-It die set. That is a mouthful when you try to say all those are in the title. But I will show you real quick how to make a Fold-It out of these. Let's head on over there and see what we can do. I'm going to get my dies. And I'm just going to use, we're just doing a basic card here. We're just going to use the 2 largest dies. And I'll show you right here. I have them with me. That will be the inside with the stitch. And then this will be the piece that makes the Fold-It. With the Fold-It, you have the option. You can make the fold on the top, or on this case, I think you'd want to do it on the handle side. Your fold can be over there. So 2 different ways that you could use this. It kind of gives your card a different look, which is great. It's nice to have, I always think it's nice to have lots of different options. And again, I was telling you how versatile this one, the different things that you could do with it. Plus, when you layer it, or when you make it a top fold or a side fold, all these different options really give you a good variety of choices. You're not really locked in with have to make it one specific way, right? Okay, here we go. Back over here with our our mug Fold-It. Again, this is going to be the die that does all the work. So let's get busy here. We are going to get that. We'll use, I have a ton of this nice dark strawberry, I would say, color cardstock. We're going to fold that in half. In order to make a folded card, you have to fold your cardstock. So we're going to do that first. And I'm going to go ahead and do my fold right here on the top. Now, when you run it through the machine, so normally you would just set your die right on your cardstock, right? For a card front, that's great. But when we do a fold it, excuse me, we have to have, the die has to come just a little bit over the edge of the cardstock. That's how we create our fold. So you see that little gap right there between the cardstock and the die? You need to have that in order to make a folded. Now, if we were doing it on the side handle, same thing. The die would just have to come a little bit over the edge here and create that gap. That's, again, how we get our fold, okay? All right, let's run that through. And here we go. Whoops. Remember I said I wanted to do top, so let's make sure that is over the top. And the nice part about this is it doesn't really matter if your card is perfectly straight, because this part of the card, or your cardstock, is perfectly straight. This part of the cardstock ends up getting covered, all right? Here we go. That created our folding card there on the top. Looking good. This is kind of odd, okay? That is something, that's where we have to do our little fix. So you can see the die has a curve on it, right? But since we cut underneath it, gave us a straight line from the fold. That won't look very good on the card. So what we need to do, we're going to take this through and we're going to run it through one more time. And I did this step ahead of time to save us a little bit of time. We're going to run that through just like a regular die cut. No fold, nothing extra. I'm just going to run that through the machine. And I would end up with this piece. This is our die that was created with it. It has the nice curve on top. So you see how our original folded has the straight line. This has the curve. We're just going to take this and we are going to layer it right on top. And it will get rid of that straight line on the top. Pretty easy, right? Let's do that. Add some adhesive. I have some here. And we'll just add that on there. And this will go right on our card front. I can do that. Now just a little decoration. I'm going to add some pattern paper for the inside here. We're making a quick card, but see, we have our fold, right? We're looking good so far. I have some pattern paper. I'm not sure if this is still on the website or not. It's called Christmas Cheer. I know we do have some Christmas themed pattern paper on the website. So if you need anything like that, you can get it there. We have a few different patterns. Let's see, what are we going to use? Let's try these dots. That looks like a fun way to decorate the front of our card. So I'm going to take that out of there. This time I will need the inside die, and what's fun about this, it has the stitch on there too, so gives your card a little bit extra interest. Let's go ahead and run that on through. Make myself some extra space here. And get that on there. We've got our bottom cutting pad and then our top. We'll just run that on through the machine. Again, the dies we're looking at today are pretty easy to use. Sure, most of you are familiar with this, but it's a good reminder and good refresher for everybody. All right, let's see what we have there. There we go. It's taken out our handle. That was there. And if we were going to finish up and make a nice card, we'd want to add like a little dark, maybe coffee looking or hot chocolate looking drink to add into that. So that's one step we won't get to, but something you would like to do. We'll add adhesive on here. And again, super easy. The Stamps of Life mug folded. We should probably put just a little on this edge so it doesn't go peeling off. And we will just add that right to the front. And look how easy and cheerful that looks. That's a nice color combination. You could just leave it red if you like, but I think it would look nice if you added a dark drink looking, fill that in. And you could do that with this little part of the die right there at the top. That would create that coffee looking, hot chocolatey looking stuff that you want to add in there. All right, very nice. You can decorate, add a word sentiment. Remember, it comes with the cozy. What if this was a thanks card? Remember the lanky thanks that we just did? You could add that on there. Do I still have one of those here? Let me see. What did I do with those? Oh, yeah. Now, these colors don't really match, but if you had this thanks and you wanted to do a little thanks card, that would fit right on there. Maybe you'd want to do a strawberry background or something like that. That could work. Thanks. What else do we have? If we're getting closer to Happy New Year, that one's only going to fit that way, so that word's a little bit large. Yeah, if you go at an angle, that looks okay. And the same thing, you might want to add a background, but you can decorate and fix this up. Add some embellishments, little bows, I don't know, maybe a ribbon. Easily you could decorate this. And this is one of those cards, again, where you could crank out a whole bunch real fast. Oh, there was that one. This one might kind of look nice. So there he goes. That gives you an idea with the nice color there with the strawberry kind of matching that. The Stamps of Life mug fold it from November of 2019, going way back. It's like almost old school, right? Not quite, but almost old school. Yeah, I see, Quilty, you are right. The year is going fast. I can't believe it's already October. We'll be here at Halloween soon. And then, Thanksgiving's around the corner. Then we hit Christmas and boom, another year will be gone. We'll all be another year older. I don't know. It's just numbers, right? It's just numbers. It's just how all in our perspective. I think if we keep that attitude of being thankful and grateful and finding ways to enjoy our lives, I think no matter how many years we get, we will learn to make the best out of it and we'll enjoy it, right? It's just age is just a number. At least I like to tell myself that. Ha ha ha. Okay. We are moving on. Last item today. This is our Heart 2 background die set. And we are going back to, this is December of 2020. Not quite 4 years old. This is fun. Of course, when you think of hearts, first you think of love, Valentine's Day, but we have some good, I think, really nice card samples here that give you a good variety that you could use for that special person just about any time of the year. So I will show you some of those. Let's check it out. Before we do that, let's go over to the website. A reminder, you might have this one, and I bet you have forgotten you had it. So hopefully this is going to remind you that you can use this. You just go on the Stamps of Life website, and let's see, I think that's going to work. Type in Heart 2, and it's going to pull up this background die set. And it says background, but it's really mostly something you want to use on the front of your card. So if you have like an A2 size card, this is going to fit right on the front of that card. So here we are. This is an A2 card base right here. Your kind of standard greeting card. This die set fits right on the front of that. See how that works? This perfectly lines it up. Your card front is ready to go with just this one die. You add some words, some sentiments. You get 2 dies in this. It makes the A2 card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And you can see our different samples there. So many different possibilities with this one. You can mix and match. Our designer has done some coloring. They probably used like a lemonade or something for that background, all that yellow, and then just brushed some pink. It looks like some pinks and some greens across there and ran it through the machine. Very nice look with the contrast of the black. All right. Miss you. See, there's another way you can use it. That's just adding a word sentiment right there on the front. That is our, I forget, one of our bears. Can't remember. I don't think it's the Pudgy Bear. Love you. I like those. Here we are using glitter papers, glitters, foils, fun. And this one I do have, did they use, oh yeah, this has acetate here. So that's kind of like a shaker card there. I can hear it shaking. We'll take a look at that in a second. Wish, laugh, happy birthday. Different ways you can use this die set. Of course, we think, again, love and Valentine's Day right away, but this can be used in a variety of different ways. Let me show you the samples I have with me. Get that out of the way. And I wonder if this will work. My little slides were not working today, but I bet I can put my name on there. Let's see. Yeah, there I am. I forgot to add my name. Ken at the Stamps of Life, in case you didn't know. Okay, here we go. Let's check out these card samples. Thinking of you, that is the shaker that we had seen, and we have the acetate on our website. You can cut that panel and add it right to the front. I can hear it making the noise, but I can't see what's shaking. It must be those little red pieces in there. Looks like glitter. Oh, I forget what you call those things. I know what they are called, but I can't think of it now. There's the wish, laugh, happy birthday card. And you can see just ran that through. And you got that nice color there on the top. Just over white background. Nice. And here's the opposite idea. Using some colors over black. Lots of options with this one. Maybe this card says no, it doesn't tell me what that bear is from. I don't think it's the Best Buds bear, but it's something like that. Hello, friend. This is, I believe, one of our Love Bear. That is our Love Bear, which matches. Look at that. That is a great card. That bear was the polar bear. Oh, it was polar bear to stamp. It was polar bear to stamp. That's what I thought at first. But then when he was holding that heart, it made me think of the Love Bear. But the Love Bear is standing. The polar bear here is sitting. That's right. And now here, kind of opposite of, we saw the card before with the black background. Now the black's to the forefront. The Love You card. Fun, fun, fun. And that is it on those. Those are great. Great card samples. Now let's see what we can create with this. Again, 2 dies. It makes the front of a card, an A2 card. Let's head over to our die cutting machine and see what we can come up with. Whoopsie, maybe. No, wrong one. Okay, there we go. Now I can take my name off. You don't care about that, do you? All righty. See what we have. Now, again, this is going to fit on the front of a card to give you an idea. We'll run this through the machine and see what we come up with. What's fun on this one is all these little hearts. You can leave them all in there if you like, or you can pop some of them out and mix and match. So you could really do a lot with this one, right? You could leave the top row and the bottom row and maybe just add in the middle, or you can mix and match. Let's see what we can do. And I think I had some cardstock here. Let's go ahead and add those. I'll leave my dies there so I don't lose them. And in order so we can get some nice contrast, I have a dark color here. This is not licorice, but it is a close to black color. And we're going to run that through. Here's a spot where you might want to use washi tape. For the sake of time, we'll just run this through and not worry about washi tape. But if you want to keep all your lines, your borders even all around, it might be smart to put washi tape on each end. That'll keep the inside die from moving around in the outside die. Looks like it's lined up pretty well. Get that started. I have a feeling we might get some squeaking on this one. Nope, just some crunching. Another thing we could have done, and probably, well, I think it would have been a smart idea to put an adhesive sheet on here first. That being said, you don't have to. Let's do it now, though, before we start to take this apart. I'm going to go ahead and run some adhesive there on the back. Some of these little hearts might pop out, but hopefully not. Yep, there's one. So we're going to try to, yep, they're starting to pop out now. So we have to be a little careful with that. And let's do one more across. And we're going to add this to, I have a card front that I cut earlier. Let's see, I had a card front here earlier. Let's see, this ought to work. We're going to go ahead and add this to the front. So you can see some of the hearts are starting to pop out. You can keep them all in there if you like, or we can decorate a little bit. That's what we're going to do. We can see up here in the corner that some have come out. We're going to go ahead and replace those. Let's see. Let's go ahead and this kind of looks nice right there, the opposites. We can pull out a couple of those. Easy way to decorate, right? What if we want to fill in those hearts with something a little more exciting that stands out a little bit more? We could do that too. I have some of this gold glitter paper here. And we're not going to run the whole panel through, but we're going to run just like through that top half. And then we're going to take these hearts that we cut and we're just going to add them into our card front. Let's see what happens when we do that. I tried to do this earlier when I was practicing this morning, just to make sure I was familiar with everything. And I think I I ran the glitter through one time with I don't know, somehow it ended up being backwards. And it kind of ended up being embossed instead of die cutting. So that was one of those mistakes that might happen to you sometime. It happened to me today. These things happen. So here we go. Look, we have all that gold. We're going to peel that die off of there. And we have a couple spots up here where we can fill in these. Of course, again, this would be smart to have what? Adhesive on it already. This would really take a lot of patience to get adhesive on each one of these hearts. But if we had put an adhesive sheet on there and then ran it through the machine, it would be so easy. Here is an idea. Show you how whoops. Does anybody see where that heart went? I just left it there and now it's gone. Is it stuck on my finger? That is funny. Did it go in the handle? Nope. Well, I lost a heart. There are 2 hearts there. We can add a couple more over here. These ones that will stand out a little bit more. Let's see if we can pop those out. Just to show you the different things we could do. And so imagine we have gold. You could do silver. You could use some foil paper. That would look nice. Or, we have some of that hologram paper. I think we have 4 different versions of the hologram. That might look really nice on there. So easy to decorate. Oh, here it is. I didn't recognize it because it flipped over. I was thinking it was white. Right in front of my face. So you see how easy that is to do. You just can leave as many in there as you like. You can pop them all out if you want. All kinds of different colors. Easy, easy, super easy. The key, again, in my opinion, is getting the adhesive sheets on here. That would make a world of difference. This is still working out okay, but my little hearts here, they're not stuck in there because I don't have adhesive on them right now. So there we go. That is the A2, the heart A2 background. It's called a background, but it's a background for the front of your card. Does that make sense? A background die that is for the front of your card. I hope you like that one. That's great. That is all of our presentation today for our die cutting. Let's see, what else should I remind you? Okay, the website I told you about, the new club shipment went out today. Let's go ahead and pop that up over there. The new club shipment went out today. Am I missing anything on the chat? I think everything's going good there. I don't see anything. Yep, Daisy Girl, thank you. I couldn't read the chat, but yeah, my little heart had flipped over. Thanks, you guys, for trying to help me. I'm over there, and I ask you, do you see it? But I can't see the comments you're posting. My table's way over there where I die cut, and then kind of the video and all the streaming stuff's over here, so I can't see the chat while I'm doing it. But I hope you like that. This Thursday, we'll be doing Stephanie's Crafting Corner. That's what I was going to mention. Stephanie's Crafting Corner on Thursday. We'll be on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and that starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time and 8 p.m. Eastern time. We usually give away a couple prizes, and Stephanie demos something. Maybe it'll be something brand new or something from the past. That part will be a surprise, and we can usually get her to give us some kind of sneak peek or something too. So look forward to that. Mark your calendar, set an alarm, tell your friends. That will be Thursday. What else is going on? We did our club shipment, the website flash sale. I think I covered just about everything. So if you have a Bible with you, great. I have my Bible today. We'll get my name off of there. That can disappear again. And my verse should pop up. I think I did that one right. Let me make sure. We are in Matthew chapter 8. This is kind of fun in that when we finished chapter 7 last week, the power of Jesus is being demonstrated. In chapter 7, it had to do with his authority as a teacher. At the end of chapter 7, we didn't really touch on it, but there's this great verse right at the end of chapter 7, verse 29. It says, now this is talking about Jesus, for he taught them as one having authority and not as the scribes. When Jesus taught, he was demonstrating his authority, his power as God. And so this teaching that everybody was receiving was far different than when they went down to their synagogue and they were being taught by a rabbi or something. Something was different, unique about Jesus' teaching. So we see his power and his authority as being a teacher. Now we go on to chapter 8, and we're going to start to see his power demonstrated as he is God, and miracles, amazing things that he starts to do. So we are going to cover that right now. If you have your Bible, great. If you have a Bible app on your phone, wonderful. A tablet, perfect. Any of these ways that you could have a Bible with you is great. Because I was thinking to myself today, it's really important to have a Bible with us in that the Bible has a lot of wisdom for us. And if we want to get wisdom, the only way we're going to do it is, it's like if I just have this laying around and it's on a table or something, it's not going to really get into my mind and into my heart. I have to open it up and read it. But in order to do that, the number one thing is I have it, and I have it with me, right? that is kind of what we're doing. We are wanting to get God's word into our mind and into our hearts, then we can apply it, and we can go out and make wise choices and do the kind of things that God would want us to do with our lives, right? So it has good instruction and direction. So I hope you have a Bible. And again, there's lots of different ways. You might have it on your computer, or again, like I said, cell phone, tablet, or you have a Bible just like me. Anyhow that you can have one, it's great to have. And then especially read it. That is key. If you're following along with us, we've gone through, if you read through up to chapter 8 today, you're caught up. For next week, we'll do chapter 9. We're doing like one chapter a week. Okay. Let me find our verse, a couple verses. Well, before that, let's do an overview. So as we go through this, let me get my glasses on here, because I bought this Bible, I don't know, about a year ago, and I thought the print was large enough for me, but already I'm starting to have some problems with it. So right at the beginning of chapter 8, Jesus encounters a leper, and in Bible times, if you had leprosy, it was pretty much unhealable. Nobody was being healed from it. And leprosy in the Bible is a type of a sin. It's not actually sin, but it kind of is representative of sin. And so Jesus encounters this guy, and he just says, Lord, will you make me clean? And Jesus says, I'm willing. So Jesus touches him, heals him. Next, we come up to this centurion. He's a soldier in the Roman army. And he comes to Jesus and he says, hey, Jesus, my servant at home he's sick. And Jesus said, let's go to your house and we'll heal him. And the centurion says, no, Lord, you don't even have to come to my house. You just say the word and he'll be healed. This guy had great faith. And Jesus commends him for his faith. And then his servant is healed right at that time. Then we go on, and Jesus goes to Peter's house, and his mother-in-law is there. So Peter was married apparently at some point, and his mother-in-law is at his house. She's not doing well. Jesus touches her, and she's healed. So some of the time there's touch involved when Jesus heals, and some of the time not. Interesting, a lot of the miracles, Jesus does them in different ways. And I think that's kind of so we don't try to put him into like one cookie cutter, one formula. Well, this is the only way Jesus can do it. God can do anything, right? So I think as we see these different ways that he heals people, it reminds us that some of the time he's present, he touches, some of the time it's just, he can do it from a distance without even being where the person is. Here he's in a house healing. And then it says many in the evening. It sounds like tons of people are coming to Jesus. And the key verse I saw here, I think we're around 19 to 17. It says he healed them all. I think that's awesome. Jesus healed them all. There was nothing that was too difficult for him. And then some guys say they want to follow him. And if we are going to follow Jesus, some of the time there's going to be a cost to do that. It might cost us, I don't know. For each of us, it can be different. There's going to be a cost to follow Jesus. We might lose a friend, or maybe a family member doesn't want to talk with us anymore. Maybe it will mean some kind of financial challenge. But whenever people follow Jesus, know in the end, as we get into eternal life and as we live life for God's kingdom, this is the best life. It's going to be even better, but difficult times could lie ahead. Well, there's this guy who he said, well, I'll follow you later, or I'll get around to that sometime soon. But Jesus said, now is the time. And then the passage we'll look at is where the wind and the waves obey him. So Jesus has this power over nature. We'll come back to that. And then finally, at the end of that chapter, he meets these two guys at a kind of like a graveyard tomb area. And they are demon possessed, and they are crazy out of their mind. Everybody's afraid of them. And it says that Jesus speaks with the demons that are inside them, and he commands them to come out. They come out. They go into these pigs, and the pigs go running. The pigs are all crazed because these demons are inside, and they go running down the hill, and boom, they all drowned. Not the most pleasant story, but the saddest part about this is, so Jesus delivers these two guys who had been controlled by some kind of demonic powers. We don't know how they got in this situation, but their lives were ruined. So here Jesus delivers these guys, awesome for them. And then the people from the town come out, and you think they would be all excited and happy. Oh, Jesus, this is wonderful. Maybe this was somebody's son or a friend. They're healed, they're better. But no, they asked Jesus to leave town. Isn't that sad? It's almost like their pigs or their way of life was more important than people. And that is a sad thought. So instead of welcoming Jesus and bringing more people for him to be healed or asking him to come and stay in their town, they ask him to leave. Isn't that sad? Okay, now we are going to look at our verse. Here we go. Chapter 8, starting with verse 23 through 27. Now when he got into a boat, his disciples followed him, and suddenly a great tempest arose on the sea, so that the boat was covered with the waves. But he was asleep, and then his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we're perishing. But he said to them, why are you fearful, O you of little faith? Then he arose, and he rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. So the men marveled, saying, who can this be, that even the winds and the sea obey him? Wow, that would have been very, very dramatic. So here they are, this big crazy storm, and wisely, or well, amazingly, Jesus is just sleeping through it, right? He's not worried, he's not afraid. Now these guys were all fishermen, they were used to big storms like this. This was something serious. It says the waves were crashing. They were afraid. The smart thing they did, at least I think, is when they encountered trouble, they went to Jesus. That was great. But for us, the downside is Jesus challenges them. He says, guys, why are you so afraid? Where is your faith? Now, how can we relate to that? There are times in our lives, right, when we are afraid of things and we're worried about things and concerned about things. What is our first response? Now, for these guys, we have to commend them. When they were in trouble, when they were worried, the first thing they did was they went to Jesus for help. Awesome. Question for us. What do we do when we face troubles in life? When we're fearful about something? Is our first reaction to go to Jesus? I hope that it is. If it's not, that's something that each of us can work on. There's no reason to be afraid. So many passages in the Bible talk about, do not be afraid. I am with you, God says. God is always with us. When we're with him, just like these guys were in the boat, going across the sea with a big, huge storm, it looked like trouble, right? But they were with Jesus. That was the best place they could be. To be with the Lord, he's going to take care of us. We start on one side of the lake, and we encounter a storm going across. Jesus is going to make sure we get to our destination at the other end. That is important to remember. If we're with Jesus, we're going to get safely through it, right? So what can we do? How can we, battle that first thought of being fearful or worried or trouble? Go to Jesus. Let him work in our lives. And you can see how the story ended up. It's like there were all these crashing waves, crazy, and then it's calm. If you want to have that peace, the Bible says the peace that passes understanding, ask Jesus to come into your heart and let him work in your life. Maybe there's something that we're anxious about. There's something that worries us, something we're afraid of. If we give those things over to the Lord, he can free us from those. We can have that calm and that peace that we want. And it is tied into our faith. We don't have very much faith. We have to be honest. But the Bible says if we have just a little mustard seed, just a tiny bit of faith, that God can do great things with that. So let's ask God to work in our lives in a way that we have more faith, that our faith increases, that our trust in the Lord increases, and then our fears will just kind of disappear, vanish. Wouldn't that be great? I think that would be great. Again, we're all going to have things that kind of trouble us, kind of cause us to, get our eyes off the Lord, but that's okay. That is part of life, and that is part of growing and maturing as we walk with God each and every day. So I hope that would be an encouragement to you. ask God to give you the faith and to push away the fear. Some days it'll be awesome. Some days you'll totally feel at peace. And then we'll still have our days where, we're not feeling it. That's where we need to draw closer to the Lord. What did they say? Lord, save us. That's how we need to be. God can do things in our lives that we can't do for ourselves. So as we have those needs, we want to come to the Lord and say, hey, Lord, help me. Help me to be what you want me to be. Increase my faith, and then drive away all those fears. That would be great. The best way to do that is just to be with Jesus, and he will help us. He wants to do that. He wants to work in our lives. So I hope, again, that you allow the Lord to do that. Let's pray real quick together, and then we'll wrap it up. I did have some funny stuff to talk about hearts. I forgot about that. Maybe I'll try to pull that up real quick, maybe before we leave. Hang on. Let's pray. Father, thank you so much for blessing us with this time that we can be together. We see the miraculous powers, the teachings of Jesus, and it's pretty amazing and pretty wonderful. And so we want to know him more and more, and we want to be more and more like him. And so we're asking that you would increase our faith to trust you more and depend upon you more, and to just walk in the Spirit with you more and more, filled with your love and your power, and just hearing your voice as you guide and direct our paths each and every day. Help us to learn, Lord, just to give our troubles and our fears, our concerns, to give them all over to you and trust in that you're going to take care of us, and that you can rescue us, and you can heal us and bless us and provide for us and be everything that we need. Increase our faith, and just go out and bless each of us today as, again, we walk closer and closer to you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, what was I going to say? There had to be some funny things about the heart shape. That's what I was thinking about. Let me see if I can find that real quick. 50 fun things, that you need to know about a heart. This is a real heart, not the heart shapes we were doing. Heart disease, well, this is not fun, but there, I think, are a couple laughable things. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in the United States. Bummer. Your heart will beat about 115,000 times each day. So if you could count to 115,000 in one day, that's about how many times your heart would beat. A woman's heart beats slightly faster than a man. Newborn babies have the fastest heartbeat, 70 to 190 beats per minute. Oof. The average adult is like 60 to 100. The heart pumps 2,000 gallons of blood a day. That's a lot of blood. Don't you think? That is a lot of blood. There are in your body, there are 60,000 miles of blood vessels. Normal heart valve is about the size of $50. Oh, the first person this is interesting, number 30, the first person who performed a human heart transplant, this was back in, must have been 1980s or 90s. His last name was the same as mine, Christian Bernard. I don't know him, but he was the first one to transplant a heart, and the person only lived for 18 days, but it was a start, right? And what else? The heart shape is associated with love, back from the Roman times. They don't know exactly who developed it. It might have been connected to this plant. I think I read something about that. And let's see. The blue whale. Be happy you're not a blue whale. The blue whale has the largest heart of any animal. It's about 5 feet long, and it weighs 400 pounds. That is a lot of heart. So there you have some heart facts. I guess we should take care of our hearts, right? They're important. Keeps our body, everything circulating. Yeah, that is it. So sorry about that. I meant to tell you about, I had the heart facts pulled up here. I thought there were some funnier ones, but were at least some interesting. Be careful on Monday. Most heart attacks happen on a Monday. Wow. I wonder why that is. Stress of going back to work or getting back into, it doesn't seem like it would be. One particular day would be more than another. But anyway, Mondays, be careful. If we made it through Monday, awesome. We're good until next Monday, right? Okay, I'm going to get back to work today. I'm going to fix things up here at the warehouse. I got a lot to do, and we are running out of time. Looking forward to that. Again, save that date, October 12th, Saturday, around 11 on the Pacific Coast time, 2 on the East Coast. We'll be streaming. Let's see, did I miss anything on our comments here? I want all of you to have a great day. I see some of you on your tips. Yes. Yeah, whales are pretty big, so I guess they could have a big heart, right? Okay, that is it. We are going to sign off. Take care, all of you. I'll see you Thursday, or at least you'll hear from me Thursday night. Have a wonderful week. God bless all of you, and I will see you soon. Let me see if I can get this to sign off. No. Okay, bye-bye.